The last time I was in this position doing this intro, after, well, I'll have to spoil it to say what I'm going to say. After a few wins, we went into the next one against Premier League opposition, yes, but we kind of petered off a little bit. We let it go. This time, we aim for that thing that I've said many times in intros, consistency in results. As if we get it, we could go to somewhere good this time. As welcome back, people, to episode number 11 of season number 1 of this Grimsby Town FIFA 23 Road to Glory, which we are doing fantastically on at the moment. Still, the view numbers are absolutely amazing, as if you haven't seen the previous episodes, please do go ahead and watch those ones before returning to this one so you know what we're up to. If you're enjoying the series, as always, leave a like on the video. It helps the algorithm, it helps us so much in going forward, as of course the most important thing of all, apart from viewing, is subscribing to the channel. It's completely free, it doesn't cost you anything, and it helps support us massively. As we dive in straight into today, you can see the standings. We are 19th in the league, the second highest we've been. The highest, 18th, the one above, as we play 17th first. You can see at the side, Harrogate 2 points in front of us, as we have 5 games to go today, should I say. And to be fair, we've done very well for ourselves. So we're in the bottom 2 all season long, mostly bottom for the first half, but now approaching the last 9 games of this year. This is the penultimate episode, of course. We have a chance to try and get ourselves in mid-table. The playoffs are 10 points away, so that's very unrealistic, I'd say, with all these teams in the middle of us, but we can put a fight on for a top half finish if possible. Crawley Town in the top half, as I think we play them today. We'll walk you through the teams we do in fact play. Harrogate first, then followed up by Walsall. We've got Tranmere, Bradford, and yes, Crawley Town are going to be played. I think we'll simulate Bradford. We've played them a lot. Tranmere are close to us. Tranmere, Crawley, and Harrogate are the ones. As if something changes, of course, we'll change it. But I think they're the best options, as I think we've got the best options in terms of the team sheet right here. A couple of changes have been swapped about, but I'm very excited to dive straight in, as Richardson's scoring a lot of goals, but Dan Cox is good. I think I'm going to go with them two up front, as Crockham's in as goal. We'll walk you through it. Kirwan, Ma, Dolan and Glennon, because of course there's an injury to Jasper Moon at the moment, so he comes back in with Maguire Drew on the right, Bryn Morris, Reggie Stone back in, not fully fit, but I'm going to push him into the lineup with Harry Clifton going on to the left, should I say, not the right, and he's going to stay as the captain over Dolan. I'm trusting the youngster with the armband, and Richardson is up front with Dan Cox, another youngster that I'm trusting. There is 3 homegrown players, Harry Clifton, then Reggie Stone and Dan Cox, so I'm very excited to see how it goes here against Harrogate. There's some messages from other players. Reggie Stone, should I say, I know what you can do, Clifton. Both of you two in the team. All 3 of you in the team, in fact, so you should be happy. As I'll be happier if we get the result. In Harrogate Town, I think, not a semi-pro team anymore. They've got Max Wright, one of our youngsters, in their team. He's actually starting. Pete Jameson in goal. Kane Ramsey's a good player. Lewis Richards, Warren Burrell. Welch Hayes, a good one on Football Manager a few years back for me, as it's a 5 at the back with Headley at left wing back, Matt Daly and Patterson in the middle, Max Wright starts, Muldoon and Grant. Solid outfit for Harrogate, a team quite close to me, so I've never actually been to a game, but I'd like to see how they do, as they're going to pass it around to start off with. That's a good ball into the middle and a good block from Dolan, as we'll get that passed out from the back. It's straight into Pattison, round the corner into, I think that was Cox with a bad pass. As Harrogate, the worst defensive team in the league, 59 goals conceded in 37 games. Let's try and make it more, because we are on form at the moment, don't forget. 4 unbeaten, or 5 should I say, 4 wins in the 5. Best episode for results last time out, as Grant, dribbling slowly through the middle, trying to come across, is cut inside of us. Now it's in to Jack Muldoon, a bit of a tackle on there on Max Wright, and Gleno comes away with this ball down the line into Harry Clifton, as Harry's going to get a bit of a run on. That's into Richardson. Richardson round the corner. Dan Cox, unlucky. Unfortunate with that pass. There's a ball over the top right there. Jack Muldoon gets there first and Crockham with a good save. I think it was him or either Grant it might have been. An unlucky chance for them as they're going to defend the corner. Harrogate starting very strong in this one. Whipped into the box. Headed just slightly away, I think, by Bryn Morris as we're still chasing this around. Oh no, it was Kerwin as Matty Dolan comes away with this. He's got to be on form. Jasper Moon out of the team at the moment. And of course a loanee, so might not get back in as it's his 50th game in charge. An achievement we want to mark with a win. At the moment, not really showing that though. As a ball down the line, onto Max Wright. Gleno coming central, because there's many in the box we need to try and defend. That's a good ball, as Bryn Morris does clear that up. Can we get there, Richardson? Unlucky. Just try and chase this down a little bit, as it's into Pattison in the middle. What's he going to do with it? Spread it out to the left. Harrogate really strong in this first half, as they passed it back into the middle. Come across to make the interception as Nico Kerwan, and a good one, but Maguire Drew. Poor. We've really not managed to get going as that's an easy turn in the middle. Marr trying to come across. 1-0 Harrogate Town. And it has easily been coming. It's on the cards. Harrogate have been blowing us out the water. Not great at all from us, and to concede like that, really, really shabby. Look, both defenders left it for one another. It's not good. Safe to say Niall Marr and Jasper Moon, even though he's a loanee, probably do have a better partnership. So that's going down the line into Harry Clifton. Clifton passes it back. Gleno into Reggie Stone. Now into Bryn Morris in the middle. He squeezes it through that gap and it's a good pass into Harry Clifton right now. We want to try and get back on level terms before the half is over. Still the clock's ticking down. That's into Dan Cox on a swivel, who puts it wide. Our only chance of the game coming at the end. It needs to be improved. Terrible performance really. 1-0 down. And Harry Clifton with a pass off into Gleno. Come on, we'll start strongly as that's into Reggie Stone. Manages to keep hold of this ball. Dan Cox has the run around from Bryn Morris, looking for a gap. Tries to get the shot off. Little block. And we're going to try and make a couple of changes at the moment. Otis Khan to come on for Bryn Morris. Move Harry central. Maguire Drew onto the left again. He's really not had the look on the right as it's switched over the top. Also trying to get Hackford on for Dan Cox. Go with a bit more pace and energy alongside Richardson, the goal scorer. So unlucky as we're trying to change more things up. Kerwan's got to get to that. Not great as it's in the middle now. Faltingham just coming on for Matt Daly. Is that going to be a foul? No. That was a very quick advantage. Let's try and make the most of that. Kieran Green on the field, but what a poor pass Maguire Drew. Really not a good display from that winger who, of course, has signed a new contract here at Blundell Park as Antoine Hackford. Looking for a bit of a run. Richardson with one, but I didn't want to force it through. As Hackford making it. Unlucky from Green. Tried to get it off as he's trying to prove his place in this squad. That's a good ball around the corner though. And no, he's offside. So close, Otis Khan, as I really don't want to lose this game. This should have been a win as it's through to Hackford. Not long left in this game. Hackford weaving in, weaving out. He's done a little bit of work. Tries to get his pass off. Maybe I should have gone for the shot. As Kerwin and Khan getting a bit mixed up. Not great. Come on, we'll keep composed as that's a terrible pass. An absolutely woeful one as we're into the last 2 minutes. Got to get this pressure on. Super Dan's on the field now. We lose us out as I think that's going to be it. We're not going to have time once we get this ball. It's a 1-0 defeat to Harrogate. I'm pretty sure as it's round the corner into Max Wright. Faltringham looking for another one. It's through the middle. It's going to be two, not just the one. Not just the one. Armstrong off the bench. A true chance to get going in this league and try and bump up a couple of places, but another defeat comes our way at the hands of Harrogate Town. A good win for the Yorkshiremen, but not for us. Another Blundell Park blunder. Gotta be better at home. Unlucky boys as Walsall's up next. Not a long break, but we go straight into it as scout reports for a lot of players turning up now. We still are looking at players to get in for next season at the start of it, as Reggie Stone should have changed his position just to a central midfielder. It's not a big change. See how this affects the 17-year-old. Didn't even realise they were that young. For a professional footballer in the first team at Grimsby Town, that is pretty darn good, as of course this is a simulation as well. It is just the two changes, which is Hackford and Khan. Maguire Drew sitting it out, and Dan Cox is just summoned to the bench. Not the place you want to be summoned, to be fair. Home again. Want a good result. It's a 5 at the back. Higher up than Harrogate. What's it going to be against Walsall? A 1-1 draw. It's not a defeat. Wilkinson with theirs, and Richardson, of course, with ours. Dropped down to 20th in the table, you can see. Joint with everything Tranmere's doing at the moment as we play them next away from home, as Arlo Cross is looking a bit unsettled in the academy. He's not too bad of a player. His potential isn't really up there. I don't know if I do promote him. I think can play central midfield as well. Let's see them stats. So we're going to sign him up. I think they are quite poor. I think I'm going to just release him. Player very similar who isn't frustrated with us. As do we play the team that just got us a draw? I think we might do, even though Maguire Drew's gone up a rating, one of the highest in the squad. He will not be starting. Who is the highest? It's Gleno, isn't it? The left back. Never really took that into account. McAtee should be, but look at that horrendous rating. As yes, it's going to be the same team. Clifton pushed out into the wing. Reggie Stone in the midfield. Hackford and Richardson up front together. We want to see it work. This is an important game. Same amount of points. This could be make it or break it from relegation fighting to mid-table fighting. And the hosts, big stadium this one, Dula in goal, Dacres Cogley, Simiu, Turnbull, Byrne and Robinson. I'm pretty sure it is a 5 at the back formation. As it is, I am correct. Morris, Merritt and Hughes, Diabate and Nevitt, a very good striker who causes all sorts of problems in that first home game of the season. Let's get revenge, take it to them and get the result that we need and deserve, I would say. We've been playing well. That Harrogate game was an anomaly. We got a draw, of course, after that. It is 7 games, 6 unbeaten, which I'm going to look at the positives. Saying that as Kerwin gets that pass off straight through the middle. That is good football. Look at that, knocking it around as it's in the middle to Reggie Stone. To the side of him. Here we go. Richardson looking for Hackford. Don't half enjoy knocking the ball around as Dacres Cogley. Very good right back in this league. I think one of the highest rated in FIFA in League 2. As Morris with the pass across. That's not our Bryn Morris, the better Morris. As they're going to play around with this. Flag it out wide into the wing back, I'm pretty sure, as they're moving forward rather nicely. Good tackle, Stone. Well, I've got to say, looks very weird without his turtleneck skins on. Reggie Stone's trademark choice of clothing, I'll say. As got to try and defend this. They're passing it all over the place. That is out wide. Otis Khan tries to make a tackle. It's round the corner. Good block, as we've managed to keep that in, have we? Yes. Good football. Kerwin just going to try and play this out, as that was a rough one. Got to go into the book after this. Really, really bad tackle on Kerwin. As now Hackford still going to try and move forward, though, as Richardson pointing where he wants it. Unlucky. Ridiculous. As now they've got the ball going around the side into Nevitt. Just trying to stand him up, make sure he doesn't do anything. He gets across into the box. It's away from Diabate and Nevitt. We've got to make sure they don't get on the end of anything. As here's Bryn Morris bringing it away. Richardson always making them attacking runs now. He must have learnt to do it, because I haven't changed anything tactically. He just has adapted to it, which is good. As Harry Clifton through the middle. On to Richardson now. Terrible touch. Still surviving as it stands. Let's get that tackle in. Beautiful tackle. As Khan's going to pass that across the box. Reggie Stone into Hackford. Hackford looking where he wants it in front of him. And that's not a good foul after the ball had gone. A yellow card for that man. I didn't see it. You might have seen it took a second to clock from me right there. So we'll pass it into Otis Khan, who can line one up and go for it straight to the keeper. 0-0 in the first 45. Unlucky, unlucky as Kerwin through the middle onto Bryn Morris. It's a turn from Richardson. Man on his back. Need to be an improved second half performance from us. We haven't been cracking attacking wise. That's his only issue at the moment. We're good structurally, just not getting the ball forward. Maybe it's an experience, as that is a complete hash brown of that shot. Really, really not great, as we've cut back there into Niall Marr. Even the commentary gets it wrong, as Bryn Morris into Hackford. There's a man running in the box, but we've gone out wide into Khan, who's playing well. Can we whip that in? Just dink it in for Richardson! Wide! 2 changes. Harry's coming off on the wing for Maguire Drew, finally trusted, and Dan Cox for Hackford, who's not been in this game at all, we must say, as Richardson That was meant back to Dan Cox, but he ran out of the way, as that's a good back heel, in fact, onto Kerwin, looking for Dan Cox in the middle. He's not tall enough. Needs to eat more of his greens, as that's a ball forward. Come on, just stand him up, let him go out wide, and Gleno get the tackle in. Perfectly done. Really, really well measured on that attack. As it looks, it might be a draw as it stands, but come on, yes. Good ball out wide from Dan Cox. He's continuing his run into the middle. Maguire-Drew looking back post to Otis Khan! Arriving with the header. We take the lead against Tranmere. It's a beautiful one. Otis Khan's been an ever consistent player in this lineup, and he celebrates just backing onto the concrete. Beautiful one. You don't expect him scoring headers, as that is so much better from Maguire-Drew. Ball from winger to winger. Side netting header. 1-0 up. Just what we needed, as Kieran Green coming on for that brute force. You can see we haven't strung many passes together in this one, but it's going well for us. There's a brilliant tackle from Gleno. Man of the match today for my choice, as Richardson's going to give that out wide to Maguire-Drew, should I say again. Couldn't get his name right. That's another inviting ball, but of course we don't have that tall striker, so we'll just rebuild with it. We're on to the second ball straight away. Dan Cox, unlucky, as he wins the ball back as well, does the youngster. Very good work. Extremely. Kieran Green looking over the top towards Maguire-Drew, who gets there first. Brilliant shot. Brilliant work to try and get there. Unfortunate with taking the chance, as we've still got the ball. Otis Khan, the scorer, uses Kerwin. Back in the middle to Dan Cox. Will go into Kieran Green. Now Maguire-Drew. Gleno, get running. Use him as a decoy. Into Green. Unlucky. It's good football, as the whistle should go any minute. The late winner from Otis Khan gives the Mariners 3 points. A brilliant return right there. We've had one of each result so far. Let's make the last 2 wins. That's an important one. Go above Tranmere by 3 points. It's only one jump in the table, but that 3-point gap is good between us and the relegation places. I think we are free from. We've got 6 games left. 47 points. Are we near the mixer? 51 Crawley are on, who we play today, but Bradford are going to be up there, aren't they? Yes, second. Just second as well. Them and Salford running away with it. This is a simulation. Saying that we beat Salford in one away from home, as John McAtee is almost making his return. It's been too long. It's really been too long. As Stephen Wern, concentrate on your football, mate. As for a contract, I'm not too sure. As one change in the lineup, you can see Harry comes out, Maguire-Drew definitely back in, and Dolan gets the armband back, as what's it going to be in the simulation at Valley Parade. We've beaten them in a game already in the Carabao Cup, so it's a 3-0 defeat. Walker, Lee Angle, and Mo Iser, I think that one is, or Abo Iser, don't know which one it is. As Chapman even got sent off. Not the greatest of games. Another defeat, but again, second place. 3-0, really not sitting well with me though, as we're still in 19th. Tranmere have dropped lower. It's Colchester now closest to us, as Crawley still stayed the same themselves, so we can try and jump into that mid-table mix with a result. And one change in this one. I'm going to go for a fully sharp team. I'm going to take Reggie Stone out, the youngster. He's still on the bench. Unfortunately, McAtee still not on the bench, however, though, because he is a loanee, to be fair, which won't probably see him playing much, and it's a bit harsh on him, I know, but we've got to do it. As I'm thinking about Shawnee Pearson coming out, Michi Afete looks like he could cover centre-back, so I'm going to have him on the bench, and he's very closely rated to Nico Kerwin right now, who we brought in as an obvious starter, but Afete really pushing on. Is he younger? 26? 27. No, Kerwin's actually older. That's going to be a good battle for next year in the right back slot. Don't think we need to sign one there. As very confident with the midfield still without Reggie Stone. Strike force. Hackford's on and off, but I'm going to trust him for Crawley. Back at Blundell Park as well. Is that a good thing? I'm not too sure. As Glenn Morris in goal, George Frankham, Harry Ransom, Dion Conroy, Ludwig Francelit, and Brandon Mason. With Jenks, the goal scorer who beat us last time, Powell, Fellows, Dom Telford, top scorer last season, and Nichols. Now Ashley Nadson, which is a weird one, I'm pretty sure. He's a Crawley through and through player and a very good winger / striker. But, of course, I'll take that he's not in the team, as Harry Clifton straight away on the ball. Through to Bryn Morris. Hackford has the ball. We'll get it out wide into Otis Khan. Again, he's just Mr. Consistent, is Otis Khan at the moment. Into Richardson. Goes backwards into Harry Clifton. Now Bryn Morris spreads it out wide. Just keeping this ball rather comfortably. Come on, get some passes together. That is a very bad tackle. And it should be Crawley down to 10. And it is. It's Dom Telford, the top scorer, who's got his marching orders immediately. Horror? I don't even know what I was going for there. Horror/horrific tackle by him. And he's got to leave the field as a free kick. I hope Bryn Morris is still okay, because that was grievous bodily harm, to be fair. As now Dolan on the ball into Morris. Gleno round the corner. Maguire Drew should put us 1-0 up. Well worked free kick. Not working in the end, as that's a header straight back into the keeper. Out wide. Unlucky, we just haven't got there as they've got the ball still. That's a ball through the middle though, and Jenks making the run. Even though they've got no striker, they still find a gap as Crockham with a save. End to end, an eventful start here at Blundell Park as we've got the ball. These are the team we play at Blundell Park at the weekend, literally tomorrow by the time you're watching this, as Hackford through the middle onto Harry Clifton. Maguire Drew, he's got to try and keep this ball. It's into Harry Clifton. Round the side into Hackford again. Squeezes through, in fact, onto Richardson. Morris down low with a stop. Come on, honestly. We've got to win this game now. I don't care. I don't want it being a slim win. I want us getting the confidence up as Harry Clifton goes out wide. Maguire Drew to try and curl one. Unlucky. Kerwin underneath it. Falls back to Bryn Morris, who is fortunately okay. Khan, that's not a good pass. Continue to march on as that's a ball around the corner. Dolan is coming across to try and make a tackle, but they manage to escape. This is a good run on right here onto the edge of the box. Slid in completely too much there. Harry Clifton to keep it at our feet. Into Kerwin. Now around the side. That's a beautiful disguised one. Hackford. Richardson not making a great run. Maguire Drew gets this out wide though. Come on. This is how you prove you should be back in the team. As now it's into Bryn Morris. Morris through the gap onto Richardson. Hackford not got the pass off. Really up for the taking. Now they've got, of course, 10 men as Harry with a turn in the middle. Was a run on right there, but we've managed to avoid it. Harry, I'm going to power this with. Deflected straight through to Morris, as it's going to be half-time soon, and we've still not scored against the 10 men. Needs to be better with how poor Crawley have been. They have a goal, but still not good enough, as Morris through the gap. It's Richardson with the ball at his feet, into Bryn Morris again, who's going to slowly dribble it forward. Can we get that off into Richardson? We do, from range. Tester. I'll try and pop it forward as Harry winning that header. Come on, Richardson, you've got to be underneath it. As Harry stayed down, he's actually froze as Harry, as the game has to be stopped. Of course, when we get all his team fit in McAtee back in training, our youngster Harry Clifton gets injured. Reggie Stone to come on. Let's see how he does. As the header, one. Straight into Richardson. He's getting a big applause, is Harry coming off, because it must have not looked good in front of course, the Blundell Park faithful, as they've got a bit of a run on this right-hand side. Got to try and kill it off. Gleno coming forward. He thinks he could have won that, as that's a very good flick by Ransom, though. Approaching the last half an hour in a game we really should be comfortably winning, in my opinion. That's a header away into Richardson. He crosses it across the field into Hackford. Unlucky. Tried to get that pass around. Bryn Morris has to get right side and does kind of. Ball in the middle. Gleno with the touch away as it's through onto Maguire Drew. Maguire Drew into the side of him. He continues his run. He's onside. Surely can't be off. How is he off? Poor linesman is that, as Dan Cox has come onto the field. Made that change. Super Dan's now on at left back. Gleno looking tired, as that is a tired pass as well. One we really should have popped around the corner as we're trying to get a tackle in. And where is Nico Kerwin? They've got to run on. They've gone for a chip on Crockham. And it's worked for Crawley Town to take the lead late on after we've absolutely dominated. Nico Kerwin, where are you? We've got Efforty on the bench. Crockham does very poorly, to be fair, in no man's land, in limbo. As it's too easy. Really too easy for them. Against 10 men as well. It's a mistake from his right back, as that should have locked onto Dan Cox. It doesn't. Richardson! Instantly level. That's what we need at Blundell Park. Yes, get the ball, Richardson. Just Just run back to the halfway line. I don't care about the replay. We win this game. Should not be a draw. His 10th goal in Mariners colours. He's really been on form, hasn't he? He's the one who's kept us fighting from that relegation zone. Single-handedly, I'd maybe say. He's been injured most of the season. As chasing this ball down a little bit. Frankham gets his pass back. An easy turn in the middle, though. Still putting that pressure on. Jake Hessenthaler, a player I'm a big fan of when he was at Grimsby Town. As, come on, we don't lose this game, but we really shouldn't be drawing it. It's round the corner. Got to try and get that tackle in and do. Take Dolan off for Efforty. I'm going to try him at centre-back because he is fit enough at the moment to try and play there. As we'll pass this away from the back. There we go, down the line. Dan Cox. Richardson in front of him. Dan Cox needs to try and control that. He doesn't. It's a poor pass. It's a very poor pass because it's given them a chance. Slide in. Haven't won it, Efforty. Still coming forward with the ball. Got a gap through the middle. The 10 men have won the game at Blundell Park. Crawley Town take the late winner. And this must be the worst game we've had on this career mode so far. I thought Ipswich Town was bad in the Carabao Cup. This is worse. 10 men, and we've lost the game in this fashion. Changes will be made. What a shocking game. Dan Cox is going to beat himself up with that, which we don't want. It was his mistake. Beaten at home. Only one win today, but I mean, it's better than constantly losing. Not too good. Where does that take us? Back to 20th. Even Tranmere's got above us again. Oh, 5 points away from the relegation zone. Crawley are going to take that leap. I think it is bottom half / relegation fight this first season, which is realistic, but still I wanted to be a bit clearer than we are from it. Harrogate Town actually up there. I mean, they did beat us fair and square. It's a big jump between us and mid-table as player injured Harry Clifton, 2 months. He's out for the remainder of this season. FT wants more game time. He's still in the squad. How bad Kerwin was, I think he'll definitely be in the next one as Crew is a very quick turnaround. Sutton United follow. Gillingham are down there. And Carlisle United. Only 4 games left? I thought there were more than that. No, there is only 4 games left. Definitely impossible for the playoffs. For a first season, it is one of those seasons where you're around where you kind of should be, as there's transfers. Well, a lot of players on the transfer list, which if you've stayed this long in the video, I'll show you. A lot of players that I'm looking at. A lot of good ones as well. We can approach some of them, including one that we can approach to sign straight away, Tyler Smith, playing at Hull City. I think he'll want a high wage though, him, so I might wait till the last episode to see if we can get him through the door. Very excited for next season, to be fair, because we've got these players coming in as well, these 5. I don't know why Tom Bradbury slipped in, but he just has managed to do so. So very excited for the future of this save. As thank you guys for watching right here. Do not forget to like, comment, share and subscribe with that notification bell on as well. We're on the race to 8,000 and of course these view numbers, 1,000 an episode is absolutely amazing. So thank you guys so much for the support. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, in a bit, and peace.